Mandolin. Mandolin. It's a very dangerous piece of equipment that's in the kitchen. More cuts happen on a mandolin than any other piece of equipment in any kitchen. It's one of those that you can cut yourself really, really, really bad with if you're not careful. So the trick is you always use the guard. And to use the guard, it's very simple. You take your potato and you stamp the guard into it. And the very first thing I'm going to show you is Gaufrette potato. Gaufrettes are waffle fries. Everyone knows what a waffle fry is.
Yes,
Gaufrettes are really thin waffle fries. It's very simple. I'm going to go one direction and split. Just like this. I'm going to do mine without the benefit of that because just because I've used it for so long, I do want all of y'all to use the potato guard. Alright, this is a Gaufrette potato. You want to see that?
Yes, sir.
Traditionally, these are deep fried. And you want to deep fry at 350 degrees. So you want hot oil, but not hot enough to be smoking. Does that make sense to everyone? If there's smoke coming off the oil, it's too hot. Alright, I know when my oil's hot enough, when I stick that down in there and it starts to fry. So that oil is not hot enough. See, it didn't even start to fry it at all.
Yeah.
Put that aside. Again, the Gaufrettes, and you're going to have to really rotate through these mandolins because I only have two of them. So, one direction, next direction. See how I'm turning my hand? Everyone see that?
Yes, chef.
Traditionally, this is used as a garnish. You can deep fry it, and then it stands up straight when it dries out. So, those are Gaufrette potato.
Maybe thicker, chef.
Yeah, you can do them thicker. But the thicker you get them, the longer they take to cook, and the more moist they're going to be after they're cooked. So, anyways, Gaufrette potato. Only gets hot enough, I'll fry some of these things and kind of show you how to do it. Alright, it's Gaufrette potato. The next thing I'm going to show you is French fries. And French fries traditionally, I'm just going to use this for the French fries. I can cut my French fries if I want them to be perfect. I would cut them on the mandolin, and I would use this insert right here. And this insert is just basically shoved into the side like so. If I want crinkle cut fries, then I would leave this here on the mandolin. But traditionally, French fries are not crinkle cut unless you go to Brahms. They're always crinkle cut at Brahms. So I put a straight blade in there and then loosen the top. And we'll take it down to however thick I want the French fries to be. One of the things I'm going to do first is I'm going to run my knife through there to see how thick that's going to make them. That's still making them pretty thick, so I'm going to make them a little thicker than that.
Chef, basically you should use for the crinkle cut carrots. Can't you use that for the potatoes also?
Well, you could crinkle cut them, but you're not going to Gaufrette them.
Yeah, no, but it's all the French fries.
Yeah, you could do that. It's a little different. It's not going to be as pronounced, but once I get it down to this level here, I'm going to stab it with the potato thing, and then I can push it through. And you see how that's going to give me a French fry?
Yes.
And they're all going to be pretty much the same. When I get down so far, I'm not going to be able to take the potato through there. Now for real French fries, guys, it's very simple to do French fries. My oil wasn't hot, right? It's a little warm, so what I'm going to do for French fries is I'm going to take them around. You will get a little splatter, so if you get burned today, no big deal. As long as it's not a big third-degree burn or anything.
Look what you did to me.
So the trick is with French fries, if I want them to be crispy fries, there's two methods I can use. One method, And the best method is to lightly par cook them. Lightly par cook them, put them on a plate, and stick them in the freezer. And then when they're good and frozen, once they're good and frozen, I'm just going to set them on this plate for now. Once they're good and frozen, all I'm doing is par cooking the outside, and I'm going to cook them all the way through. And I do that under low heat. That way I don't brown them up. So once I have those cooked like this, I would stick them in the freezer, and then when I'm ready to cook them, I pull them out and I drop them in hot fire roll, and they'll brown off and crisp. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Another method is I can par cook this and just leave it at room temperature, and then pull it out and drop it in the fryer. It will get somewhat crispy because I've cool-fried it, but it won't be really crispy. Does that make sense? For really crispy fries, you have to freeze them and cook them in the frozen state. All right, it's French fries. Are there any questions over the French fries?
No, chef.
Yeah, I want you to cook them, yes, absolutely, fully cooked, but not until you're frozen. You par cook them, and then put them on a plate in the freezer, then pull them out and cook them from the frozen state. Freezer and then cool them. All right?
How long, too?
Until they're frozen. All right, these Gaufrette potatoes cook very quickly because they are very thin. You can't get a lot of them in there at one time.
What oil do you use?
Fire oil. So if I know like a regular I don't want 25 different cans working for that. I want 6 or 8 cans of oil going, and everybody utilizing those 6 or 8 cans. Does that make sense?
Yes, chef.
Gaufrette potatoes traditionally used for garnishes in stroganoff dishes and things of that nature. It's also nice to do a Gaufrette out of parsnips and use it as a garnish. So Gaufrette potatoes are very, very popular, as are waffle fries, but the same pretense. I would put this back on there instead of the string blade, and then my French fried blade, I would take completely off, and I just do it at a very high cut, a very deep cut, like that for waffle fries. Okay, I'm going to get a general idea how we do. You got to be careful with fresh potato, especially when it's really thin. This is kind of what you're going to come out with, something like this. And imagine this coming out of your mashed potatoes, and you got beef stroganoff with the mashed potatoes. That's going to give you a little height and garnish, and pretty tasty too. All right. Any questions on that?
No, chef.
So we're going to do Gaufrette potatoes and French fries.